Yep. That's telling me that I lost connection. So I don't know. Can you say something?
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you.
All right, couldn't hear you for a second. Smart. What's going on? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's telling me
Okay.
that my connection's lost, but I can still see you and hear you, so I don't fucking know.
It does that to me all the fucking time. I don't even care. Anyway, folks, it is Thursday. This is Wrestling Outlet. I am Boxman. We're ready to party. We got confetti going in space. Holy shit. It's fucking crazy here. And glad to be here, folks. Glad to be here. Glad it's been another crazy goddamn week. But we're here to get you through it. So, and of course, by we, I mean this lovely gentleman across from me. Please tell him who you are.
Of course, voice of generations, Mark Wahlberg. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm still tired, Smart, but I'm okay. I don't want to complain. Everybody's got problems right now. Everybody's got their own issues. It's just like I mean, my wife is still can't do things, and now she can't get the thing to charge, which is even worse. But whatever. It's just becoming a fucking nightmare. But she may have to go for another surgery, get it fixed. But anyhow, I'm with you guys now, and I'm happy about that. So this is much better than all the bullshit that I've been going through. I'd rather sit here anyway and bullshit with you guys. So yeah, we've got look at us. I got us in space tonight, Smart. What do you think about that? You like that one?
Hell yeah, it's a little hard to breathe, but otherwise, it's all good.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to be in space, we can do something else. We can be flying through the heavens.
I like it.
Oh, look, we're flying through the trees. We're flying through the trees, Mark.
Ooh.
Through the trees.
Just like Peter Pan, mainly because I have tights on under my shirt, but it's all
a little slow, but we're okay. We're okay. Going a little slow. A little scared. Here we are, flying through the heavens. I feel like Superman right now. This is kind of cool, but I think too after about 20 minutes, this would probably get really annoying to people. So,
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Let's not. They do have some cool ones, though. They got that one. This one gets really trippy. When you go, oh, yeah, I feel like we're fucking in the Matrix or Terminator or some shit.
So I will say that I haven't seen any of the backgrounds actually change, but I'm just kind of using my imagination on this.
Oh, all right. Well, there we go. We'll put the one back we had. I like that one. We got little stars twinkling in the background. Breathe. Who needs to fucking breathe? Calm the fuck down with your breathing, Smart. My God, lighten the fuck up.
Sorry.
Breathe. Fucking breathe. Enough of your shit already, dude. Fucking 3 minutes in, I'm tired of it already.
Last week, Kyle quit the band. Yeah, we're back together again.
Okay. So, anything else going on? Anything going on with you, man?
Brother, I'm hanging and banging watching the horror movies because it's October. I'm already like 4 or 5 deep, so it's all good.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to start watching Peacemaker tomorrow.
Okay.
Everyone says it's pretty funny. I watched the Suicide Squad, and he's in the second one, I believe. He's in both of them. So kind of made me want to watch it because I watched both of those, which I had never seen. They're good. They're really good. They're funny. They're funny.
I think I watched the one that he's in, the most recent one that he was in, at least.
Yeah. Margot Robbie's she's fucking awesome in both of them. She's really awesome as Harley Quinn. Well, that, and she also, just her accent she uses, just the whole character is great. It's great. I like it. It's funny. What? Oh, oh, come on. We've all watched Harley Quinn porn on Pornhub. Let's stop it.
I don't know if that's a universal experience.
I mean, if you want to see her naked, just watch The Wolf of Wall Street.
And by the by, it doesn't work in my state, and I don't care enough to like fucking get a VPN or work around, so I just move to different sites.
It doesn't work in Texas either.
I see.
X videos does.
I mean, I have my ways. I have my websites, but I just don't use that one anymore.
Yeah, there's a few that still work. And there's new ones popping up, I've noticed. I've heard. A married man. I've heard there's new porn sites popping up because of this age verification and this porn ban bullshit. Why are they banning porn? I don't get it. Like, people aren't going to fucking find it anyway. Come on now. It's fucking porn. We're going to find it. That's what we're good at.
So, I don't know if this is just a universally me problem or if this is happening to everybody, but all I can hear is the entrance video over and over and over and over and over again.
On right now?
Mm-hmm.
On YouTube, you mean?
No, it's right here.
You're hearing the entrance music over and over again?
I can restart, but
yeah, I'm not hearing it. Let me
go ahead.
I guess I should go to YouTube and make sure that it's actually us on here. Let's see here. All right, we've got a listener. No, we're okay. On YouTube, we're okay. So, all right, that was just a smart thing, folks. I just wanted to go to YouTube, make sure we weren't going a little crazy there. So, Smart will be back in a second. Hopefully, this restream's been giving us a little bit of bullshit the past few times, but hopefully, Smart is back. He can see me. He can hear me.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not having that problem anymore. I don't know what restreams, like you were saying, has been a real pain in the nuts to them.
That was weird because I went to YouTube to make sure it wasn't happening there, and we are looking amazing on YouTube. So no, we look amazing. Obviously, we do. But yeah, we've got a bunch. Oh, well, I was off camera.
I'm still here. I'm going to try to just turn my camera off and hope that makes the connection a little bit better.
All right, go ahead for a little bit. We've got a few things anyway, Mark, we're going to get into. Let's go ahead and kick it off. And we're also going to do a much shorter AEW, I guess, recap. I've noticed, I think Smark has too, sometimes when we start reviewing AEW, y'all start leaving because you obviously don't give a shit. So you know what? Much shorter recaps. My daughter's home and crying for some reason. Who knows why? But anyway, just thought I'd tell you all that. But let's go ahead and get started here. And you know, Smart, speaking of Peacemaker, it's actually what I wanted to talk about tonight. I guess Fortnite, I don't guess, it's exactly what happened. Fortnite had an emote for the John Cena character, Peacemaker, the DC's Peacemaker. And everyone, when they saw it, not everyone, but enough people saw it, and they decided it looked like a swastika. Now, I'm going to play the video for you so you can see what everyone else saw and tell me what you see. Give me a sec. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. No. Sorry about that, everyone. All right. Here we go. You ready? Peacemaker.
Yes.
This is it. Probably should mute the music. See this? Okay, he's dancing, and he swings one arm up, one arm back. Do you see a swastika, Smart?
Kind of like when I'm there, because I'm specifically looking for it. But like if I had seen it before, because I was following this when it first started. But they were like moving it, and they did at that point they didn't say why they were moving it, so I didn't quite know what was up. So the first time I saw it without specifically looking for it, I didn't see a swastika. But now that you mention it, like I can see how you got there.
Well, and that's an issue. If the first thing you see with that is a swastika, that's on you.
You saying it's like an anti-Semitic Rorschach test, where it's like
no,
okay.
I'm just saying if you look at that, first of all, you would need 4 fucking arms to do a real swastika. I think, but that doesn't. It's just. I mean, shit. If I'm fucking slapping bugs, it's not a fucking swastika, folks. I'm sorry. What is happening in this fucking world where everyone thinks, "Oh my god, it's a swastika. Oh my god, it's this, it's that, it's it's just a dance, folks. It's just a dance." He didn't call it the Nazi salute. He didn't call it the final resolution dance. I mean, come on. It's a dance. It's a dance. Go ahead, Smart.
I wish that I could like explain why it's so funny to me, but ever since you said that, the other thing I could think of was just like the Hitler being in Fortnite, and it's like just fucking killing me.
He didn't call it the forget it. I'm doing the Auschwitz boogie. Oh my god, it's the Auschwitz boogie.
The ill-fated follow-up single from Men Without Hats.
Look,
the safety dance at the Auschwitz boogie. That was a real career killer.
That was, yeah. Well, that's why it was a one-hit wonder. Oh my god. I don't even know where to go from there. But no, I just that's everyone's go-to now. Maybe it's because everybody was just putting swastikas on Teslas a while ago, and that's what's on their mind still is Elon still a Nazi. I don't know. This is like some alternative reality we're living in now that everything's a swastika. Everything is labeled something, but fans immediately started calling it the Nazi emote. Because everything's Nazi now. Everyone's a Nazi. Everybody's this. Everyone's that. Everyone's sick of it. That's what everyone is. But anyway, I just think it's fucking crazy, man. He danced. It was just a dance, Smart. It was just a little shimmy shake. Everyone's freaking the fuck out. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
There was a commercial. There was a commercial roughly 3 years ago that aired during the Super Bowl. I want to say it was 3 years ago. I remember for sure we were doing a Tits live stream during it. And it was a commercial for the Google phone. And the theme of the commercial, I swear to God, was literally just, it was a bunch of like African American people or Black people. And it was like, the whole point of the commercial was, are you tired of your face not showing up in the photos? So it was literally just the tone of the commercial was, are you too black to get your picture taken? And I fucking laughed so incredibly hard, and the commercial was gone the very next day. Like, they received so much shit for that because they were saying it was like a phone specifically designed to capture minorities. And it was just like, this is the most, like, you mean well, but the tone of the message was so fucking bad that it was like, oh boy, you
see, and you wonder how commercials like that make it through advertising and quality checks, and no one goes, does anyone think this is possibly in bad taste? Does no one think? I mean, like I said, I really believe that no one in their right mind saw that dance and probably saw a swastika until someone who thinks Elon's a Nazi, I'm guaranteed that's who it was, saw that and immediately saw a swastika. And then all their little, probably some Twitch person, and then it all spiraled from there. I'm sure that's how it happened. But anyway, I just think it's ridiculous. But I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do, Smart? What you going to do? So they're taking it down. I guess he's going to have to do a new dance. I guess.
He's going to have to do the Stalin shovel.
I mean, the character itself is pretty. The real character itself is kind of a dickhead. So it kind of fits the character, but whatever. I mean, the character is John Cena.
That'd be an amazing press release. It's actually part of the game.
Well, the character is kind of more John Cena in real life than any character I've ever seen him play. So, anyway, I just wish someone would at least tell the dogs to stop barking. That's all I wish. Just someone say,
at least
stop.
Closed area.
Oh my God. Give me a second, please. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I hear you. Meanwhile, I'm just going to sort of ruminate on the idea that there being a Fortnite that is one of the funniest fucking ideas I've ever heard in my life. Now, you mentioned that, like, the Peacemaker show is like John Cena being the closest iteration of John Cena in real life that he was on film. Is there a scene in the Peacemaker, like, show or movie where he just, like, fucking bitches at somebody for 25 solid minutes about not using a coaster and how it's going to leave a mark? That's what I would like to know. More than anything.
Okay.
Would you like me to repeat my question?
Yes, please.
All right. I sort of just rambled to kill time, but what I was going to say is you said that the John Cena Peacemaker show is like the closest iteration to him in real life that is in, like, silver screen. Is there a scene in the Peacemaker show or in the fucking Suicide Squad movie where he lectures somebody for 20 solid minutes about not using a coaster?
Probably the coaster part is more John Cena
Okay.
than anything. Seriously, watch Total Divas when they're doing that dinner. I've played it on here before. I'm not going to do it again. They're having dinner with Bryan Danielson, Brie, and Nikki Bella and Cena, and he starts laying out the rules for the house. And one of them is, once you go to bed, do not get up. I shoot first and I ask questions later. So that was one rule. And what was another rule? Oh, when we sit down to dinner, you must be dressed for dinner. Suit, tie. So, I mean, he's a bit of a anal retentive person. If any of you watched Total Divas, you saw Cena. Nikki cooked in his house and he almost had a heart attack because he had never used the kitchen before.
My theory on this was that he didn't want to marry her, but he didn't want to break up with her, so he's just going to do this social experiment to see how much he could, like, mentally torture her in order to make her leave.
Oh, I was going to say, well, you couldn't find worse, but it turns out she did. She did find worse. She found a guy who was abusive to her in a different way. So, yeah, I mean, he flat out told her on the show, we'll never have kids. I mean, she started crying. And he was like, well, I'm going to go work out. Have a good one. Just sit there and cry. I'll be back later after I go work out.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. But yeah, it's everyone just sees swastikas now, and I don't get it.
It's like fucking They Live, but the sunglasses just make you see swastikas now.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't get those glasses. I'll tell you that.
Put on the fucking glasses.
All right. Let's move on from John Cena and Nazi material. And let's
JB.
Well, we'll come back to it. Don't worry.
And I said two JBL.
No, not really.
Talking about the
That
Harris twins.
it would. Oh, well, no, that's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might have done these stories in a weird order, but anyway, those of you who saw SmackDown last week saw a match between Nia Jax and Jade Cargill, and and there was a move done where Nia threw Jade into the steps, and Jade got cut open extremely badly. She showed pictures of it. I'm not going to do that, but I do have the video here. Don't think it has sound purposely. I didn't put sound on it, but there you go. She goes down there. You can see the blood dripping on the floor, and there you go. I mean, it was gashed wide open. Um, you know, here's the thing, Smark. You got a lot of people blaming Jade. You got a lot of people blaming Nia because Nia's got a history of hurting a person or two. So when you watch it, what do you see? Whose fault do you think it is?
I don't think it's really anybody's fault. I just think shit like that happens sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it's live TV. I mean, look, you can sit there and blame Nia because she does have a history of hurting a person or two. And then again, she also made Becky's career by doing it. But everyone's like, oh, fucking horrible Jade didn't get her hands up. It's like, well, she did. It was bad timing. Shit happens, especially on live television. She did get split open bad, though. Did you see the pictures of it by any chance? Like the close up pictures? Smart. I can't tell if he left the room or not. The close up pictures were gruesome. Absolutely gruesome. That thing was nasty. I'm sure it took at least probably 10 to 12 stitches. That was deep. It was nasty, man. That was a really bad cut that she got. But yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. We've seen things happen on live TV. We've seen a lot worse happen on live TV. We've seen, but when you're throwing someone into stairs, the slightest little miss can do exactly what just happened. And those diamond plated stairs, they may be light, but they'll still do some damage. Even if you don't hit the corner, those things will still bust you open if you hit them flat. They will.
Speaking of Nia Jax, did you see that the pinfall?
Yeah. Where the referee completely fucked up. I did see that pinfall. They're not getting rid of her. So whatever. You do expect the ref to count that, though, because that's what we've always been told in WWE is if the shoulders are down, count it. So it was confusing when I watched it because I'm like, I thought they were trained to just, if the shoulders are down, keep counting. So I don't know. Is that the one you're talking about, though? Wow. I totally lost Smark again. I keep losing Smark. I don't think it's my connection. I think it's his connection. Oh, he's coming back in just a second here. It shouldn't be my connection. I've got good connection. So it shouldn't be me. It's got to be him. It's got to be him. He's trying to get back in here. But yeah, I mean, look, a lot of people have defended Nia. Chelsea Green was immediately one of the first ones to jump in and actually replied to Tom Pestock, who is Baron Corbin. Said the internet not knowing that Nia is one of the best is the biggest travesty. We're lucky to have her as a locker room leader. Mm, I don't know. I'm not in the locker room with her. So that statement is what it is. I don't know. But like I said, it's, folks, it's live television. Anything can happen. And it's WWE. They always say that too. And it usually does. Unfortunately, we've seen stuff like this go down a lot. I mean, we saw Triple H fucking rip his fucking whatchamacallit, quad. We saw Vince McMahon tear both quads, you know, walking to the ring. We saw Kurt Angle's arm break. Or was it Bob Holly's arm? I know it was him and Bob Holly in a match. I think it was Angle's arm that got broken. And I watched him take an Irish whip from that arm. I was like, oh my God. We've seen some pretty nasty stuff in wrestling, folks. And that's just the injuries. Forget about the bloody stuff we've all seen in wrestling, accidental or not. So, but this is where we are now. Everyone has to go, and here he is. Here's Smark again. But this is where we are now. Anytime anything like this happens, everyone's got to start placing blame instead of just going, live TV, life sucks. This shit can happen. But you asked me about the pin before you dropped out there. Did you hear anything I said? Were we talking about the same one?
Maybe. Well, I mean, there really is only one. So if you've seen it, then you know the one I'm talking about. But I asked you, there's also like a connection with Dead. So I'm doing it at my own peril to have you maybe repeat that.
Well, basically what I said was it usually, we've always been told that the WWE referees are trained, if the shoulders are down, they're supposed to count.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that she didn't do that, I was like, ooh, that's odd, because usually that's what they do. Fuck it, your shoulders were down. That's it. That's how it goes. So I was a little baffled by that. I mean, it is what it is. We've seen referee screw-ups before. As we just said, we've seen shit happen on live TV. But I don't know. It wasn't as big of deal as, I mean, everyone was like, oh my God, she should be fired immediately, banned from arenas, never allowed back in WWE or to touch anybody in the, oh my God. I'm like, oh my, let's relax. She made a mistake. You have too, I guarantee it. We've all made them. So it wasn't that big a deal. It went around though, like it was the biggest deal in the world. So yeah, I did see it. I didn't think it was a huge deal, but I was very surprised that she didn't keep counting, because I've always been, I don't know if that's just what we've heard or always been told, that if the shoulders are down, those referees are supposed to go ahead and count. So they'll figure it out later.
It was always a Vince edict, but I don't know if Triple H believes in the same thing. Because I know for sure that was Vince's call. That you call it.
True. Yeah. Yeah. It might have been a Vince thing. Maybe Triple H got rid of it. Who knows? Not a good thing to get rid of. Then something like that happens, and the IWC freaks out over it. And again, I mean, it was her fault, but she didn't come out and say, I didn't do anything wrong. She just fucking say, oops, I fucked up. What else can you do, man? Anyway. So Sting, folks. Mr. Steve Borden. Sting was on, actually it was, sorry. Sting was on at a press release for an event that was combining art and wrestling called 52W Hardway. It's sort of an art exhibit, but it's going to involve wrestling and art. This makes total sense to you, right? So we all know Sting doesn't wrestle anymore, but we all know one of his sons was interested in getting into it after that little thing that they did in AEW, and it's Stephen Borden. He is going to be making his in-ring debut at this show. So here we go. Here they are. If you guys remember this right here, I'm sure. There he is. Sure, y'all remember this right there. And I don't remember which one is Steven. I don't remember if it's Surfer. I think it might be Surfer Sting, but I'm not 100% sure. But here's what it is. So it says his debut will take place as part of 52W Hardway Art Exhibit. The event is a collaboration between artist Raymond Petrobon, Petrobon, Pettibone. No, there's no R there. Pettibone. AEW star Darby Allin.
Carter Montalban.
Thank you. Exactly. Darby Allin, of course, because it's weird and it's art. Darby Allin's there. And AEW backstage producer Charlie Ramone. No relation to Joey. Now, the exhibit is going to be at an art gallery, and it's going to feature live wrestling and music. And there's 2 shows scheduled, one for October 3rd, which will be happening tomorrow, obviously, and one for October 10th. And I guess it looks like Darby Allin has been working with Stephen Borden, in order to get him ready to be at this show and competing. Other names that are announced: Killer Cross, AR Fox, Timothy Thatcher, Sid Ellington, and Kieran Gray. So this is actually, it's not just there's some good talent coming out here. So there you go. Another Borden, another Steve Borden carrying on the family name.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, I think. That is really cool. Let me see which one Steven is, so I'm not guessing so much, because I'm really wondering which one is Stephen Borden.
Whichever one is Wolfpack Sting is really just freaking me out because he looks like a wax sculpture.
Yeah, that one. You're right. It does. Nope. Stephen Borden is the one that look like Wolfpack Sting.
I don't like
is
it.
What?
I said I don't like it. Then he freaks me out.
Well, it's because of the ball padding. I'm sorry. The crotch padding I see there is a little odd.
It's like a cod piece.
It looks like he has Spider-Man on his crotch. Like you put a little red on that, and that's fucking Spider-Man right there on his fucking crotch. Tell me I'm lying. You give him blue balls, that's gonna be fucking Spider-Man. That's all I'm saying.
It's a web shooter indeed.
So anyway, that will be coming up tomorrow and on the 10th. So looks so that would be what, this Friday and next Friday. That'll be pretty cool. That should be pretty cool. I wonder if there'll be some video of that. I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to come out with music, art, and wrestling. That sounds kind of cool, actually, in a way. So there you go. There you go. Not bad. What do you think, Mark? Nothing. Okay.
I don't honestly. I don't know what to do because there's so much fucking lag, and like I'm hearing like 3 or 4 words every sentence. So like I might just have to like call it a night.
Oh shit! Sorry about that. That's weird. Because it's not doing that on my end. It sounds fine. Even the recording, because I'm recording too, which might be exactly what's throwing me off a little bit, is the fact that I'm recording too. But the recording seems
I don't know because I can hear you now, but it keeps happening. It's like a big fucking delay in connection problems and shit. So like I don't know, like I know
Well,
on your end there's like solid audio running through, so it might just be easier if I just like fuck off the rest
let
of
me
the
shut.
whatever, and then like they can still hear you, but they can't hear you. So I don't know. Try keep it going for another couple minutes, but if it doesn't get any better, I might just have to peace out.
Well, I'm gonna shut everything down here. I had QuickBooks open, and that does take a little bit of bandwidth. So hopefully this will get better in another minute or two. I didn't realize QuickBooks was open, but that actually
Meanwhile,
should.
Trimwick wants to know Bret Hart complaining that his art is not included in playing Goldberg.
Man, that could happen.
Filet.
You hearing me a little better now? Is this getting better? Crap. That ain't good. All right, let's get through this then. Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, and Linda McMahon were all at the White House. Mark, did you see this couple about the other day? You did? Uh-oh.
I didn't hear.
Did you see that Stephanie McMahon, Linda, Triple H, were all at the White House the other day for the Pediatric Cancer Initiative? Wow, this is
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it. I'm sorry, but I can't fucking this plan is crazy.
I'm sorry, man. This sucks. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's happening here. It sounds fine on my end, but for some reason, Smart is getting no one else is complaining, but it's got to be on his end. Well, anyway, folks, we'll knock this out quick then. We'll just get this over with pretty quick tonight. So, as I was saying, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, and Linda McMahon, they were all at the White House for the Pediatric Cancer Initiative. Now, a lot of people were questioning why they would be there. Take a look at that little picture there. You got Linda over here. You can barely see Linda over here in the corner. You can barely see her over there, but she's there in the corner. You got Stephanie right here. Here's Mr. Triple H in the background. So you got all three of them there. Now, a lot of people were questioning why they would be there. First of all, with pediatric cancer, WWE does a lot with Make-A-Wish. I'm sure that has some to do with it. But when Stephanie was talking and giving her speech about this, as we're seeing right now, she brought up the fact, and she brought up not the fact, she brought up Connor. You guys remember Connor the Crusher. Michaela, you guys remember Connor. And that is why she was there. She was there she told the story of Connor, and she wanted to be there to support this executive order because it was for the cause that they started a whole, Connor's Cure thing for. That's why they were there. I just heard a lot of people questioning, oh, what are they doing there? Here goes the MAGA family again, which, again, just because you support some things he does doesn't mean you support everything in your MAGA. It just means you agree with. I'm sorry, are we not for? I thought we were all for helping with pediatric cancer. I really did. I thought we could come together on this one, folks. Call me crazy, but I thought we could come together on this one. But yeah, she tells the whole story of Connor, and we've all seen it, folks. We don't need to go through the sad story of Connor, but that is why they were there, to not only just be there to promote this because it's something they believe in, but to also, with the Connor's Cure initiative, go ahead and get that out there. So I thought it was pretty cool that they were there. Actually, I think I don't see a problem with them going to the White House. If I 100% believe if any other administration did this, they would do the same thing. I don't think it's just because it's someone they've worked with or know, or a Hall of Famer. I don't think that's what it is. I think they would do this for anyone. I personally do. I could be wrong. I could be. But I think it's pretty cool that they went out there and you see all these kids, right? This little girl right there staring at Trump. Trump's looking down. Yeah, I want to look at her. But anyway. Now, folks, we've talked a little bit about some DC stuff on this show already with Peacemaker. We all know I've been watching a lot of the superhero movies. I've been watching both DC and Marvel, so I've kind of been going back and forth between the two. Well, here, let me get that off the screen here, folks. Sorry. Well, AEW has announced that it is going to be joining forces with DC Comics in a comic book crossover that is going to unite the two universes of AEW and DC characters together. There's going to be a special preview edition. It's going to be exclusively available to fans at New York Comic Con first. AEW put that on social media. And basically what it's going to be is going to be Mercedes Moné, Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, Jon Moxley, Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adam Page, Timeless Tony Storm, Willow Nightingale, Orange Cassidy, and Kenny Omega. They're going to be teaming up with DC superheroes like Aquaman, Batman, Nightwing, Green Lantern, Sky Gardner, and Jon Stewart, Hawk Girl, Zatanna, Wonder Woman, and Harley Quinn. They're going to be recovering the big galactic belt in these, I believe it's a 2-comic series. Yes, a 48-page, 2-part comic book saga. These are written by Steve Orlando, illustrated by Travis Mercer, and covers are by Lucas Meyer. So that is what they're going to do. They're going to be recovering the big galactic belt and prevent a cosmic catastrophe. This actually could be kind of cool. You see here, if you guys go on YouTube, you can see everyone here. You got Tony Storm. This looks like Swerve here. That's really cool. You got Moxley right here in the middle. Batman, Orange Cassidy, Will Ospreay, who already basically looks like Green Lantern half the time anyway. Hangman here. This is going to be pretty cool, I think. I think this is going to be something really cool to see or to read once it comes out. I think this will do pretty well. People are into comics, folks. They just are. They just are. Oh, hey, Nora, good to see you. People are into comic books. And look, I so far I've liked all the comic book movies or not comic book movies, the superhero movies I've been watching. They're really cool, most of them. I've liked most of them. So that's pretty cool coming out of the AEW camp. They're joining up with a lot of different things, trying to just kind of make everything, trying to get their name out there. Last night was their 6-year anniversary, and that's pretty cool. But I'm actually going to get into a couple of things right now that were on Dynamite. Then I'm going to quickly run through Dynamite. Folks, I was not planning on doing this show alone. You may be getting a 1-hour show. I'm not going to be here long. I've got barely anything left here. So 2 things that happened last night on Dynamite. Since we're talking about Hangman, Hangman had a segment last night in the beginning of the show, and he was out there, and he also had a match later in the show too. And during the match, I'm not sure if it was during the match. I honestly did not see the commercial that he's talking about, but he was not happy. Hangman was not happy because apparently Ice played a couple commercials on AEW. Hangman said, "Fuck Ice airing commercials during Dynamite. Let him know." Now, a lot of people were saying, "What is he, an idiot? The network puts those on." Well, he didn't seem to care because he put links to HBO Max feedback and the basically help desk over at TBS Network, or the customer service might be. So he didn't seem to care about that. Now, I have zero problems with what he said. This is his opinion. He doesn't have to agree with it. My only small, this isn't even a gripe, I just wanted to bring this point up. I totally understand everyone being upset at the deportations happening. I get it. And if you want to be upset with that part of ICE, cool. That's up to you. But we also have to remember, giving this global kind of broad, just kind of giving this global, I don't even know how to say it, taking and putting all of ICE into one lump is not a good thing, because ICE, besides doing the custom stuff, they also go after human traffickers. They go after people exploiting children, sex rings, child porn rings, and all that stuff, financial fraud, drug smuggling. They have confiscated almost 500,000 pounds of all different kinds of drugs just this year. That's without including September. They also go for weapons traffickers, and they do a lot of other things. They go for terrorists, national security threats. So they do other things besides just deportation. We do need ICE, folks. Do we need the part that's doing what they're doing right now? That's not up to me. It is what it is. Again, I have no problem with him having this opinion. It's zero issues at all. I just think when you kind of give this, when you put them in this basket as this is all ICE does is go after people, that's just not right. That's just not right. Because that's not what they do. They go after, like I said, drug dealers and all of this stuff. So, but I understand Hangman's position here. He worked with a lot of people that were, on a farm, his farm. So, zero issues with it at all. But I did want to bring up the fact that ICE does more than just do deportation stuff. They do a lot more. I'm not saying I'm a big fan of them or anything. I'm just saying they do a lot more than just go after, deportation and immigration status. Why is ICE running commercials? I don't know. I didn't see them, so I don't know what they were about. I don't know if they're doing. I would assume they're recruiting commercials, is what I would assume they are. Packers fan, but I didn't see it, so I couldn't really tell you exactly what the commercial was. Why they're running commercials during wrestling shows, I don't know. Why is ICE running commercials at all? I mean, to be honest, I don't know. But yeah, but I mean, look, Hangman didn't blame AEW. He literally put up the two places and links where you can give your opinion on right there. I took balls, man. I fucking respect the shit out of him for that. I took fucking balls. He's literally telling the company, fuck you, don't show those commercials again. Listen, you may not agree with his tactics or what he's saying. I don't agree with what he's saying. But this took some fucking balls. I respect balls to go up against the network like this. It really did. I'll say that. So another thing that happened on AEW Dynamite was the return of Andrade. That's right. Andrade left WWE to go to AEW, to leave AEW, to go to WWE, to leave WWE, to go back to AEW. I think I have that right. I might have missed something, but I think I have that right. But he has gone back to AEW, and they just threw him right back in the faction he was in before he left, like he was injured or something for the past couple of years. That's all I mean. between 2021 and 20 and right now, this guy has been to both companies twice. Twice. Gotta love the guy. Gotta love the guy. But he came back last night like nothing happened. Like, hey, did y'all miss me? Nora thought it was Jericho. Nobody wants poor Jericho to come back, man. I like Jericho. If true Packers fan, if anyone needs to worry about ice, it's this guy. Nah, I think he's here legally. He's been married and everything. They wouldn't have done that if he didn't have his papers. He's good. He's all good. I mean, he looks like he could use some ice in his drink. He looks very sweaty, but I think that's about as far as we're gonna go with that one. But yeah, Andrade did come back. He hasn't been gone from WWE. I think he just left a little while ago. I don't know, but kind of weird. Kind of weird that he jumped right back over. But folks, I'm gonna do a quick. As I said, I wasn't planning on doing this bad boy. We know that. I was planning on having Smark here. Didn't have a lot to talk about. But we can go ahead and talk about AEW real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here, folks. I'm sorry we were late. We had Restream's been giving us some problems lately. I might need to start doing this. We might need to start doing this a different way. I might need to see if Streamlabs will work better for us. I'll talk to Smark over the weekend, and we'll try to figure something better out than this here. Either way, we're still going to stick on YouTube. I kind of like being on YouTube. I'm still not happy being on camera, and I don't look at the camera as much as I should. I don't look at you guys as much as I should, but fucking ADHD brain, doing the best I can, folks. So anyway, that's right. He was with the Andrade was with the Hardy family. Now he's with the Callis family. He's just always with the family. I don't know. Packers fans going back. He said NASA's not running commercials. Because I don't think NASA's like fully funded or anything right now, is it? I don't know. All they're doing in NASA is stuff for Elon. That's all they're doing. But you're right, they're not running commercials. I don't have TV cable, so I wouldn't know who's running commercials. I don't watch commercials. I apologize. I'm just not the commercial watching kind of guy. Nor I thought it was Jericho in the ring. I'm telling you, man. Oh, I already said that. See? Fucking ADHD brain. I looked away for a second and forgot what I said. See how that goes? Anyway, let's do this quick rundown here. As I said, I did not take like super notes for AEW. But we do have a few things we can get into. Let me just do a little something here. Here we go. That's better. So it was their 6th anniversary last night, folks. They were in my old stomping grounds. They were in Hollywood, Florida, home of the Hard Rock Casino. I used to love going to that casino. It was so much fun. I used to go and play poker there. Used to go to the Hooters there. I think I've told the story. My buddy's wife ran the Hooters there when it first opened. When they were still building the casino, she ran the Hooters there, and we would go. We would get great deals on food. We would get wings. We'd get beers. My buddy was not a gambler, so we wouldn't gamble. But we pretty much got free food. Oh my God, we would tip the waitresses so good. We would figure out what we thought our meal would be, and we would tip them that amount. So if I'm like, I probably got $50 of stuff here, we would tip them that much. We would tip them very well. So it was really fun. And I know I'm a Jewish guy and I tip. Listen, Don't stereotype all of us motherfuckers. So there we go. Sari is teaming with Alex Windsor to take on Diamante and Billy Starks. Oh, is that for Collision, Norab? But anyway, we also had besides just Andrade returning, or Andrade returning, and Andrade returned after Kenny Omega in, I believe, the beginning match, defeated Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks. This was in the opening match, and I just said that. Basically, Kenny was given this speech thanking the audience for 6 years, blah, blah, blah. We got, let's do another 6, blah, blah, blah. And, rah, rah, rah. And next thing you know, there was a guy in a hoodie behind him. He flipped his hair back, and it was Andrade. Shook hands with Don Callis. And Don Callis didn't just get one, he got 2 new members last night on AEW Dynamite. There was a TNT Championship match. Kyle Fletcher retained against Orange Cassidy. Little outside interference. Someone came in looking just like Hologram, part of the conglomeration. And I got to be honest, even the announcers sounded confused. Like they had no clue any of this was going to go down at all. They had no fucking clue. It sounded like. So anyway, yeah, I'm just getting another beer. I can get one more before the show's over. So the announcer sounded confused, but when he took out Orange Cassidy, everybody was confused. Well, that's because it was not Hologram. It was El Clone, as Don Callis put it, the clone. It was weird, and I feel like they didn't explain it very well. I guess that, I don't know. The announcers seemed, the announcer, I feel like the announcers made it worse. The commentators made it worse because they were so confused. You were like, I agree. What the fuck is this shit, guys? What is what I'm with you. What the fuck is happening and why is it happening? All just so Don Callis could get another person on his squad, if you will. So we also had Jurassic Express return. I mean, they've returned and returned. I thought they were going to have a match. I thought last week it said they were going to be in ring returning. Maybe I read that wrong. If I did, let me know. Norab says the commentator team owes Hologram an apology. I don't know exactly. True Love Packers fan. Did Russo book this? You know what? I think he might have done better booking that. Whoever booked that, it was just, like I said, the commentators came off so, as I said, confused, but they looked, I don't know if they were supposed to sound this way. I don't think they're that good of actors. They sounded completely baffled, which when commentators are lost, I feel like I'm lost. You're supposed to be guiding me through this shit, guys. And they did not do that. Not one fucking bit did they do that. So it was all just kind of a confusing clusterfuck of a segment. AEW loves their clusterfucks. We all know that, folks. But again, I could have sworn Perry and Jack Perry and Luchasaurus were supposed to come out and have a match this week, but maybe I heard that wrong last week. But they did save Kenny Omega in that segment. And that was about it. We had a few things happen in the championship pictures. We had, again, Hangman Adam Page. This was a trios match with Jesus Christ. It was the Ops with Hangman Adam Page against the Death Riders. And it was a decent match, of course. Another post-match beatdown, because that's what happens on this show. Every fucking match, it seems like, from now on. There was a confrontation between Joe and Hangman. Hangman went to hand Joe his title. The title fell. I'm sitting there going, this is very Charlotte Becky of them. And a little pushback ensued. The security came out. So it ended up, Page ended up challenging Joe for a match for the AEW World Championship at Wrestle Dream. So there you go. It's 2025 and Samoa Joe is in a championship match, folks. Did not think that would be on my that was not on my bingo card. Mm-mm. Not at all. Not at all. We talked about the Kyle Fletcher thing already. Tony Storm being Tony Storm, another great a good match, great segment. Her and Chris Statlander had a little stare down. Great little pull apart between those two. That's going to be a great feud once they start really talking back and forth to each other. We know Chris Statlander is no slouch when it comes to talking, and Tony Storm is amazing. Tony Storm is just amazing. Mercedes Moné announced she's going to be defending the TBS championship on Title Tuesday. We did not announce who. But we did. But of course, as we said last week, when those women's title belts came out, she's going to have her eyes on those motherfuckers. And she does. We saw Harley Cameron come out. Once again, folks, I know I keep saying this and you're probably sick of me saying it. That girl is so talented. And when she is finally picked up by WWE, she is going to be a huge star for them. She has personality. She has looks. She already has the tits they're looking for. I know that doesn't sound good, but let's face it, they're looking for them, folks. I'm not trying to sound like a sexist asshole, but that's exactly what she has. She is funny. She can do, she can be, bitchy. I just think she's incredibly talented, and she is going to be in a great, no pun intended, position when she gets over to WWE. They are going to use her ventriloquism, guarantee it. They're going to have a lot of stuff for her, and I don't see why Tony Khan doesn't have a ton for. I would have her all over the show. I'm sorry, I would. I think she's great. So we mentioned Wrestle Dream a little while ago. As of right now, we have 3 confirmed matches for Wrestle Dream. We have Adam Page versus Samoa Joe, as we just mentioned. We have Statlander versus Timeless Tony Storm, as we just mentioned. And we've got an I Quit match between John Moxley and John Moxley. Did I say John Moxley? Who the fuck is John Moxley? Some guy that works in fucking accounting somewhere. An I Quit match between John Moxley and Darby Allin. And, Tits did get canceled, but I don't know. Smart was saying maybe you guys might do a little bit. Y'all got the Super Bowl coming up. Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl halftime show. I see a lot of people very upset. I say good for fucking Bad Bunny, man. I listen, I am not a sports fan. Cheese Smart had some issues. I don't know if it was his internet or mine, but he took off. I'm kind of wrapping up anyway, so I'm not going to be here much longer. But Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl halftime show, that's pretty cool. I am not a sports fan. I'm not going to be watching. So I'm not going to complain or get upset about something I'm not going to be watching about anyway. But this is a huge thing every year. And, this is huge for him. I say good for Bad Bunny, man. Awesome. I hope he fucking goes out there and has a great show. I'll end up seeing some of it on Facebook and YouTube, so I will see some of it. I don't watch the Super Bowl. It's not that I'm not watching this Super Bowl. I think The last Super Bowl halftime show I sought out to watch was when Prince was singing Purple Rain in the Rain. I really think, and oh my God, what year was that? Prince halftime show. When was that? That had to be 2007. So that was the last halftime show I actually wanted to watch. I was always a fan of Prince, wanted to watch Prince. And so I saw Prince. That was an amazing performance he did. When he was going through the kind of a medley of his songs in the rain, and he started singing Purple Rain. The rain was coming down even harder. They had the purple lights going across it. The man sang Purple Rain in Purple Rain. Fucking awesome. He's going to be escorted to stage by ICE. Yeah, I saw where this administration said ICE is going to be outside there. Shut the fuck up. Leave the fucking guy alone. Let him perform. Let him go fucking do his thing. Jesus, don't have to make everything. See, that's going to make it political. If they actually do have ICE standing around there, which I have a feeling they're going to, that's going to politicize the whole thing. That is going to start pissing people off. That is going to get protests, and that is going to be dangerous. Just fucking let the guy go perform. That's it. Let him go do his fucking thing. I do think it's kind of funny he said he wouldn't perform in the U.S. because he was afraid of ICE, and then he's like, well, but I do the halftime show. Okay. All right, I'll do that. Yeah, come on, give me that. Come on. Shit. No big deal. I don't blame him. I will bet he got paid I wouldn't even want to guess what they pay these guys to do these shows. And they give them such huge stages, and they pretty much give them whatever they want to do. Come on, do your show, make it big, make it, flashy. And they do. So I think it'll be pretty cool. The funniest thing I keep hearing people saying is, well, they put a non-US. The guy's from Puerto Rico, folks. He's American. He's a citizen. I think the last 4 or 5 haven't been, but whatever. Who cares? Who cares? I will, like I said, I'll definitely see some clips of it on YouTube, and I'm sure, and Facebook and stuff like that. But yeah, I am 100% not upset about Bad Bunny being the halftime show. I'm sure he'll have some special guests out there. They usually do all that kind of stuff. So it should be good. It should be good. I don't even know when the Super Bowl is, so I'm sure Cheese knows. I bet Cheese knows. I know it's usually in January, but I don't know when. All right. Anything else you chat want to talk about, or is it time to get out of here? I think it might be time to get out of here. Packers fan says the halftime show will be sponsored by ICE. They already do TV commercials. True. Might be. It could be. It could be. So, all right. I don't think we got anything else. I don't think so. I feel bad Smart was having some issues. I'm hoping it wasn't me that was having the problems, but I don't think it was. I'll make sure everything's shut down, and I'll do everything I can. Hopefully that's not going to happen again. But anyway, y'all, thanks for dealing with me. Thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it. Hopefully we won't have any problems next week. Like I said, I might try doing this on Streamlabs. It's an offline. It's not offline, but it's a desktop app, so maybe that'll be easier for us to use. I'll see what Smart wants to do, and we'll go from there. We'll be able to play any video we want to play. That'll be fun. So we can maybe do that. But yeah, folks, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate chat room. I appreciate everyone who's going to download this show. But back here next Wednesday. Ooh, something just fell in the kitchen. Shook my feet. Back here next Wednesday. Jesus Christ. Thursday. Next Thursday, we'll be back here, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, folks. And there you Rico. And Packers fan says he's not a real American if he can't vote. Puerto Rico votes, don't they? Don't they? Does Puerto Rico vote? I thought they did. And I don't know. Who cares? He probably doesn't want to vote anyway. Nobody wants to vote anymore. Anyway, folks, thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great night. Have a good weekend. And we will see y'all next week.